Hi guys, it's Michelle here from Robin's Hobby Cafe. So we have done our easy wrap ring. We have also done an easy wrap seagrass. We had done a single bail, so we're now going to do a double bail. So I'm going to show you just another way to actually wrap a piece of, we're going to use this wee piece of seagrass. So just cut 3 equal lengths of wire, and we're using once again the 0.8mm silver wire. So I'm just cutting roughly 16 centimeters. So we also want to use some of our 0.2mm wire. So we're going to do this one slightly differently. So we're still going to use our 3 strands. Clear some space out of the way. So we want to just kind of straighten these out a little bit. And kind of taking this bit as the center. And in our last one we actually wrapped from the center, so we're going to do this one a little bit differently. So we're going to do 2 wraps just each side of center. So we're going to do 2 smaller ones. We've done a bigger one the last time, and I'm just going to wind it 4 times. And snip it. And then just snip off these rough edges. And these are flat pliers just to squash that down a little bit and get rid of the rough edges. Again, you can give this a little sand if you want, but sometimes just snipping it and pushing it in is enough. So if the stone's going to be in here, it's not going to be near your skin, so this should be fine. Okay, so these 3 strands are quite flat. So let's do another wrap here, just on this side. This should be enough for that one. So it's still a little bit long. Let's just trim that down a bit. Okay. You can see when you point these down, the little bits are just going on the mat there on the surface. So you point them out and they tend to just spring everywhere. Just want to push this in. Flatten it down, that should be it. Okay, let's just get this back to the center. So we can see we've got a nice wee surface on this now, so just find the center. And this stone is quite round. So I'm going to do it like this. So I want to round this a little bit here. Just bring it up here. Okay, so at this stage I'm going to separate these 3 strands out. So I'm going to bring this front one round. This is going to hold on to the front. Just twist that around. The middle one is going to go round the outside, and the back one is just going to go around the back. These are a little bit twisted, so just get these out like this. So that's it. Perfect. So I'm going to put this in here. So these two at the front, I'm going to twist these round like this. So that's going to hold on to the front of the stone. The middle one, and this is always the trickier one to do, and especially since the stone is very thin. So we kind of want to roughly trace around it. Doesn't have to be precise because we can use our pliers at the end. Okay. Okay. So that's them roughly round. Have I done? Oh, sorry, I've done the wrong one here. So we'll straighten this out. So just make sure the middle one. It's the middle one you're using. Okay, both middle ones. Yeah. So again, that's it cradled nicely there, but if we flip it over, it comes out, so we have to do the back. So we want to bring these ones in. And once that's secure, that's our stone pretty much in place. A wee bit of work to get a bit more shape into it. So that is us. So I'm going to get a piece of the 0.2 and I'm going to start wrapping this. So we'll want to do a bit first of all around it to secure all those stray bits together. I'm going to get a bit of a longer piece. So we want to leave a little tail. And just start wrapping this as close to the stone as possible. Just push it down. This just makes it tighter, brings it in, makes it a bit more secure. Okay. I'm going to use my pliers just to bring this down a little bit. So I want it to start off quite close. Okay. So we have 6 strands here. What I'm going to do is make these quite equal. Let's put some of the shorter ones there. Okay, not totally equal, but it's fine. So we're going to start wrapping our 0.2 millimeter wire around that. So we've divided this in 3 strands here, 3 strands here, and we want to start putting the wire just around the strand. So 1, 2, and 3. And push that down, and then we just do come across here and do a figure of 8. And 1, 2, 3, and push this down, and then do another figure of 8. 1, 2, 3, and squeeze it down. And then 1, 2, 3, and just squeeze it down. You can use your pliers to do this too, if you want to get them down quite tight. So 1, 2, 3. So I don't want them to go out completely in a V, so I want to kind of start bringing these in a wee bit parallel now. So 1, 2, 3, and we push it down, and then cross over figure of 8. 1, 2, 3, and push it down. You can see we're getting this nice woven effect now. 1, 2, 3, and figure of 8. 1, 2, 3. Push this down. And 1, 2, 3, and crossover. 1, 2, 3. What we can also do is we could leave a few of these strands out and bring them down to do something decorative, but I'm just going to bring them all in just to show you how we weave it. And then 1, straighten this out, 1, a little kink in that, so we're going to get that out because that will be noticeable. And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So if you had more wire there, you can continue along, you can make this longer. So I'm going to stop there because I have run out of wire. I'm going to just wrap this round again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this a little bit. So I'm going to use my long nose pliers just to bend this down. I'm going to bring these pieces round. So we don't want to squash these in here because we will undo the weave that we have done. So we just want to squeeze these in so that these meet here at the base of the stone. And then we want to pull them in just quite close to the stone. I think that's in. So we have all these little stray bits here. We also have the tail we started off with. So I'm just going to use this just to secure this down. And we want to bring this bit in here. So we can shape this a little better just using our pliers and spend a little bit of time actually fixing the shape just to make it a little bit straighter. And what I'm going to do is just cut these little stray bits here. And I'll bring these in. So, like I said, we would still spend just a little bit of time maybe working that into shape and getting this in right around the edge. So you can either use your fingertips, put a little bit of pressure, or use your pliers and just bring this in. But you see the stone is now totally secure, going nowhere, and we have a little decorative bail at the top. So you can put your chain through there and hang it. Okay guys, thanks very much for watching. Once again, I hope you found this useful.